What's going on, y'all? You're checking out Tony Yayo, your boy June Archer. This is 50.
Winner Circle, baby.
Are you ready to win?
Yeah.
Come join the winning circle.
Fuck with the winners, baby.
Put up your hands for me, baby.
Put them up.
And do it like we're supposed to.
Yeah.
'Cause we're gonna win.
Consider this the theme song for victory. Shit you say to yourself when you made history. I'm trying to make it feel like the first.
What's going on, y'all? You're checking out the Winner Circle, June Archer, my big brother Tony Yayo.
What's going on?
Talking New York.
What's going
Tone,
on?
we gonna dive right in it, man.
Yeah, we started diving into a little bit of stories.
I want to ask you a question. We were just talking about Dubai. For you,
Right.
how important is it to have this world view, especially when we get stuck in this United States of America, what's going on today?
I think that's the best thing about hip hop. I think like the women, the cars, the jewelry, all that can go. The way people treat you, because it has its ups and downs. But I feel like the traveling experience is the best thing you could experience in life. Like Dubai is not the only place I've been. I've been to Paris. I've been to London. I've been to Germany. I've been to Canary Islands, black sand on the beach. I've been to all kinds of Africa. One of my biggest things was I miss meeting Nelson Mandela, because I guess they didn't want to, management didn't want to bring a lot of people to meet Nelson Mandela. Like, go there with like 30 niggas. Like, yo, it's Nelson Mandela. And we was tired anyway. So Fifth went to go see Nelson Mandela when we was in Johannesburg. God bless him, rest in peace. And I got a chance to like meet his nephew and a couple of people in his family. But I think one of my biggest experiences was going to Robbins Island and actually being in the cell that Nelson Mandela
That he was in.
It was like probably this big.
And they
That
say
was like,
it's
yeah.
real. It's real in it. Like I've heard people say, when you go in there, you kind of almost
you feel it. And we was at the yard, me, 50, and Banks. We was in the yard that they worked at and did the the punishment work, because it was like making license plates and nothing like that. All they was doing was moving limestone to one area to another area, and it was super hot, like 100 degrees. And the actual guy that took us there did 19 years for blowing something up in Johannesburg around that time. So, I mean, experiences like that is just crazy, you know?
So for you now, you've been with Fifth for years from the beginning.
Right.
For you to be able to travel the world,
Right.
not just the country, like the world with him.
Yeah, everywhere.
For you, how much did that mean that this man who pretty much set out, because we talk about winning, we talk about getting to the next level.
Right.
For him to say, Tone, we're gonna get to this next level, I'm gonna bring you with
Right.
me. So we're talking about a man of his word, we're talking about being loyal, right?
Right.
For you to be able to travel the country with this brother who told you, I'm gonna bring you with me, how did that feel?
I mean, 50 is an icon. He's not even just like a regular artist. So, I mean, just how far we made it in life, just to take care of our families and get to travel the world. And you never think me coming out of jail years ago that 50 sold 11 million. I went platinum, Bank sold 2. Buck 1.5, Game 5 million, whatever. So it's like, for us to come from the neighborhood to living our dreams was big for us. I never thought we would be that big. You know what I mean? So to travel the world, it's a blessing. Because a lot of people's not going to be able to do what I did in life. Like,
Right.
I lived 10 people's lives already. That's how I feel. Like, I've
That's
been
crazy.
everywhere in the world, from, like I said, Germany, Africa, Amsterdam, you name it. We've been there.
So for you, how important is it for you to go back to Queens or any hood, anywhere, to
It's
say to
important
that next
'cause-
Tony,
right,
yo,
'cause
you
it's-
can do it.
It's important because a lot of people didn't make it. A lot of people was dead in jail or just gone. You know what I mean? Because I believe a lot of people turn into what their environment is. Like, in a lot of neighborhoods, it's rough. Like, a lot of people, some people stray away and become, you know, teachers, doctors, and a lot of people go towards what's there. You know what I
Right.
mean? A lot of people don't want to be in a gang. It's just their whole neighborhood. Like, perfect example, Chicago.
the
If you live
environment.
in a certain area, you in that gang.
Right.
You can't.
Just
and if
because.
you live on this block, you in that gang. People grew up like that. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be, I feel like I'm always, me, Banks, all of us are like the blessed ones. We're lucky because we could have been dead or in jail.
But having that experience
Right.
with Fifth, right?
Right.
For you now, how do you tell those young people out in Chirac, you know, in my hometown, Hartford, they're going through the same thing. We're going throughout a lot of communities.
Right.
What do we say to those young people?
I tell them that the world is bigger than the block. Like, I never thought I would leave my block. I'm from 134 in God Brewer, Southside Jamaica. I never thought I was going to leave my block and go anywhere. The first place I went to years ago when 50 was signed to Columbia was Cancun. I think it was, I forgot what, spring break. It was something crazy. But that was my first time ever leaving the hood. And then I realized that, you know, it's a big world out there.
Wow.
You know, to be eating dinner in Paris and looking out your room and seeing the Eiffel Tower, stuff that, you know, I dreamed of, I never thought I'd be able to do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when you got locked up, right, I want to talk about this real quick
Right.
because we have some recidivism is a real term for
Right.
a lot of people.
Right.
For you were there while everybody else is on the road,
Right.
and they doing it. Fifth is doing it,
Right.
but for some reason, as a childhood friend, Fifth is like, yo, Yayo's good. When he come out, he's good.
Right, right.
For you, how did that feel? Because some people get in that situation, they're like, yo, I'm here. This is my reality.
I mean, I feel like it's a catch-22 to everything. It's like you got certain artists that, you know, if you stay in the hood, you're an artist, you're going to get killed. You move out the neighborhoods, people going to look at you like, what the fuck are you doing here? It's a catch-22 to everything in life. And I learned that because I'm experiencing that now. But the best feeling in the world is that when I got out of jail, I moved straight to 25th Street in Manhattan. I had a condo, one of them industrial joints with the furniture and everything in there already. So I didn't have to go back to the neighborhood and risk my life
Right.
of a motherfucker not liking me because I'm successful now. And then from there, I moved to Battery Park. Like, when I used to come out of my condo, I used to see the Statue of Liberty, me and Banks. Like, you could walk barefoot over there, right off the west side. You know what I mean? So it's like I was set up in a situation where, yeah, 50 took care of us. He made sure we was right. You know, because a lot of rappers and artists, you know, they're not in the right situation, still be in the hood, and God forbid, you know, something happened to you, catch a case, or you get killed, or anything. You know what I mean?
But what were the pressures for you as Fifth was being successful? You guys are all successful in your own right, doing some great things.
Right.
And when we talk about environment, how important is it for young people, or even business people, to be in the environment of greatness? Because we obviously see
Right.
that in order to be in that company, you have to
Right.
step your game up, and you're inspired and motivated to
Right.
do the exact same thing.
I feel like it's hard on artists because it's like if you leave the hood, motherfuckers be like, yo, you pussy, you're not real, you're not the same. You know what I'm saying? And then when you, like I said, when you do leave the hood, you go to the suburbs, you know, people in the supermarket looking at you like, yo, what
You
the
don't
fuck
belong
are you
here.
doing here? So where does it leave an artist? I don't know. It's hard out here. So you just got to make the right decisions, stay out, and master your career.
Right.
Because, you know, this game is full of valleys and peaks, man.
I want to talk about loyalty, right?
Mhm.
As when I met Fifth, he was working with, you know, my cousin Julian, who
Right.
you're a big fan of.
Yeah, Julian, my man. I think he did the artwork on...
Actually, everything G-Unit.
Yeah. Did he do Get Rich or Die Trying artwork?
Yeah, he did.
That's my man, Julian.
Yeah.
Julian, I know Julian from way back from the Columbia days because I used to be around 50.
With the
When
mixtapes.
50, yeah, when 50 was real cool with Nas. Well, Nas is still cool, but I remember, like, my first going on the road is Nostradamus tour with Nas. I forgot what year was that when 50 was signed to Columbia.
That was dope. But I remember, to my point,
And Julian did it. He
Julian
did
did
a lot
it.
of artwork. Shout out to Julian. That's my boy right
I
there.
remember seeing the artwork,
Right.
and he was telling me, like, yo, my man, I told you about at Columbia, he got into
Where they at now.
crazy.
That was
But
crazy.
him being loyal,
Right.
he was a man of his word, got him, and he ended up, like we just said, he did all these album
Right.
covers. So for you, how important is loyalty when it comes to learning it from Fifth and just for yourself? Because you got people who are loyal
I mean, I think
to your
loyalty
brand.
is a big thing. Well, my era, loyalty was a big thing. Now this era is
It's a
kind
little
of different now.
It's different.
But you know, like everybody else grew up. Like if you with your friend getting jumped, you get jumped with them. If that's your man's sister, you gotta. If somebody do something to your
You
man's
got to
sister,
defend her honor.
you gotta hold her down. Like I
Right.
come from a different kind of era, so loyalty is big for me. But now these days, loyalty don't really mean a lot to a lot of people. It's just different.
Yeah, we stuck right now.
Yeah, you gotta know your friends for who they are, know people for who they are, and just move different.
So whether it was 50 or somebody else, what is the best piece of advice or the most profound advice that you've got since, you know, being in this situation?
Consistency is the key to everything. That's it. If you're a rapper and you stay in the booth, you might eventually have a hit. If you're a ball player, you shooting a jump shot, you keep shooting, you're gonna eventually be Steph Curry. Consistency the key to everything. If you're a doctor and you keep studying, you could be the best doctor out there. You know, you just gotta be consistent.
There's just levels to it. So you,
Right.
yeah, you just said it, there's levels to it.
Right.
So for you, if you weren't rapping, if 15 had his opportunity, what would Yayo be doing?
I would be probably dead or in jail already.
crazy.
That's how I feel. Be honest with you.
Listen, we talking about man Yayo here. We just dropping some gems. Yayo, for the young people that's out there listening now, give us a little something that with what we're going on with the new president, with what's going on in the world. Like, what can we do as a community to bring that village concept back?
That's a funny question because I got a chance to actually meet Donald Trump when I first got out of jail. DJ Who Kid was interviewing him. I had pictures in my house with Trump and everything. I took them all down, obviously now. But I mean, when I first met Trump, I thought he was the guy that everybody looked up to, like, a mogul, a money guy, a guy everybody, wants to be. When people come from the bottom and see a struggle and see you make something of yourself, I think like that's the American dream for a lot of people. Like, people come from this country, so I think like when he exclude people and put them in certain kind of categories, it's wrong. And, it's just, he's on Twitter going crazy. It's just crazy. It's like one of the most hated presidents that we ever had. But I mean, with having Trump in office, it's been a lot of crazy experiences.
Right.
For me, actually, because I live in Long Island. So like, I give you a perfect example. My family was in the car, my kids, their mother and everything, and I was away and living in Long Island. I think it was High Park. They was having like a Trump rally, and like they shut off the roads with trucks and got into it with my oldest son and trying to run them off the road. It was just that's stuff I don't talk about. Like, this is the first time I actually talk about it. And it was a Trump rally that tried to run my family off the road. So when you hear stuff like that, my little son, he's 9 years old, just turned 9, and he said to me, why do people that vote for Trump act like that? And I was just like, yo, some people are just ignorant.
Right.
It is what it is.
But it's a shame that we have to.
But he's
educate
9
our
years
kids on
old,
that.
and he's getting run off the road by Trump racist guys, big trucks. Because I'm in Long Island, so it get kind of crazy out there. Certain so-called people just get crazy sometimes. But, I mean, like I said, I met Trump, but all the new stuff that he's doing now, I met him one time, so you can't judge a person off of meeting him one time.
Right.
But I just looked up to him because I thought he was an intelligent guy, but obviously he's not. So I took all the pictures down, everything. A lot of people don't even know that. If you could look it up, me and Who Kid did an interview on, I think it was that 2004 or 2005.
Wow.
I got a chance to meet him.
When it's all said and done, though, the legacy of Tony
And I
Yayo.
think he signed a free Yayo shirt.
Did he?
I think I have that in the
You
house.
can't auction that off, though. You might have to.
Nah,
you got to burn that.
Get
Yeah, you got to burn that. Got to burn
If
that.
he was going to get mad, I'm not trying to do that. But
You
it's
gotta
just
be
crazy,
careful.
Obama's like, to me, it's just I'm not into politics, but it feels like Obama brought a lot of people together because you've seen white people and all kinds of people, black, Spanish, everybody voted for Obama. But it's like Trump just separated everybody.
And like quick though,
It's crazy.
quick. Like countries, every countries are looking at us crazy right
When
now.
you got little kids coming to school and like debating, like my son is 9 years old and he's coming, he's like, well, the kids are saying Trump is the guy, and it's just back and forth.
That's crazy.
My son went to like one of his friends' party and they had a Trump cake there. Like, and I'm just like, oh shit, I might be time for
You
me.
might time to
Might be time for me to move.
Yeah,
real
might have to get
quick.
him out of there. When it's all said and done, Yayo,
Uh-huh.
what's the legacy that you want to be left behind?
My legacy is, I feel like it's done already, man. Like I said, I'm blessed. I got to go to all these places. Dubai, I just came back from Dubai. I just came back from Bahrain and London. Did shows on my own. So to be in this game now and still have relevancy, it's important to me. We've been in the game 11, 12 years. You know what I mean? Fifth is doing movies. Banks, Banks, he really don't do the Instagram thing, but Banks does a lot of shows overseas. Like, he'll be in Russia or he'll be in Dubai. He won't really Instagram. Like, if I'm in Dubai, I'm on Instagram every 5 minutes. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna show you all the fly shit. That's just me. But, like, we fly in the country. We still get money. We got a lot of things coming, projects we're working on. And that's about it.
We got the new Drake album.
Right.
Got you on there. Give you some love on it. The
Okay.
album was titled More Life.
Right.
So for you, what does more life mean? When you said you lived 10 lives. So for you, Yayo, moving forward from here on out, more life, what does it mean for you?
More life, shout out to Drake, because he sampled something off my mixtape, Hawaiian Snow. So I should be getting a nice check
Yeah.
from OVO.
Yeah.
And that's more life for me right there. More money. You know what I mean? But it's a blessing. Like I said, God is good. Like, they just told me, I got the call, 50, Paul Rosenberg and my lawyer, and they said Drake wanted to use, sample one of my beats off my mixtapes. So we all signed off, and everything is good. But, God is good, man.
All is good. Shout out to
Bless
Paul
him.
Rosenberg.
Shout out to Paulie, 50. Yeah.
Listen, June Archer, Yayo, Winner Circle.
Winner's Circle, baby.